The AI assistant within the program adds almost infinite flexibility as to what you can do with the leads once you've found them inside of the program. Straight out of the box, you'll see some different AI assistant prompts that have been preloaded into your system. So if you've run, in this case, a company search and you found a particular result, you can see their employee count and reputation, social media, email and contact details. And our AI assistant area allows you to do so much more. So for example, we could look at this particular company and look for ICPs, which stands for Ideal Client Profiles. Who are the clients for this business? So I can click and let AI research that for me. So we've now got the details of that specific client type for that business. So our ICP suggestion, we can use this similar client prompt, which will find similar businesses just like this one. So if you found an ideal client, you can then use similar to find more than that. This particular search will give you options to also add to the list. So let's say, for example, I looked in a particular location and ran our similar client. So our add to list option will appear and you can now add our selected records here or choose them individually and then also add those results to the list, allowing you to ever expand your results. So our AI assistant adds amazing flexibility. Find competitors and add them to the list. Find suppliers and add to a list. You can also use the AI assistant to write for you. So you could write direct messages or summarize, deep dive and research this particular business. You could write subject lines, full emails, and you can write your own custom prompts, which is what we're going to talk about on this video as well. You can also have access to a library of prompts that have been selected for you, and you can then add prompts directly from that library, which will give you even more flexibility. Now, each one of these categories, you can create your own AI assistant. So perhaps the direct message that's written isn't exactly in your style. And you might want to change the wording, make it shorter, make it funnier, change how that writes so that the AI assistant is more personal to you. When we come to a direct message, maybe you want to write it as a text. When we're doing a summary, maybe you want to dive into some detail that isn't normally found with the assistant and the default prompt that's been set up for you. All of our systems here can have multiple variations. And as I click on summary, you can see that I've set up 3 or 4 different types of summaries, depending on what I'd like to research for that particular person. So let's go and have a look at where we set this up. Over in the left-hand side in the menu, you'll see AI Tools. And clicking on AI Assistant will open up our AI Assistant area. So what you'll see at the beginning is our default prompts are all in the program for you. Now you can't edit the default ones, but you can add more to this list. So in that example where we wanted a direct message that wasn't quite so wordy or might be funny, we can create a new prompt and save it in the same category. Let me show you what I mean. So I click on Create New, and I'm going to create a funny DM just to show you the difference. Now we want this to be a direct message. So we're choosing the type of prompt. That's the category we're putting it into. So let's pop it into the direct message category. Now we get to choose which type of list. And this is important because if you're looking at a people list versus an influencer list, the information is different. So I'm going to say in this case, let's use our local search. So let's write a funny DM prompt in a DM system for local businesses. And now we can write our prompt. So I'm going to just pop something in here and I'm going to then talk about what we call variables. So I'm going to do something like this. Write a humorous short message to this business and introduce us to them. Now, we need to tell it which business, and that's where we're going to use our variables. So if I choose from my variables, I've got loads and loads of variables in here that I can add to my message. So write a short message to this business. I'm going to choose it is the company name. Now I can also choose their website. Based on their website, and I can put that in there as well. So write a humorous short message to this business and introduce us to them. Now, of course, you can make your prompts as long or as detailed as you want them to be, but let me just save this for now and show you the difference in the result. So now I have a funny DM message in my local search. Let's go across and have a quick look at the difference. So again, I'll pull up a local search list. We had our DMs before, and I can even rewrite that existing one by choosing my funny DM at this point, or I can just literally choose another one here. So in my DM category, which is where we saved it, my funny DM shows up, and now I can run that specific DM writer. So now we have a slightly different prompt. And again, we can change and tell it different word counts or different focuses. So the AI assistant allows you infinite flexibility in the research, writing, and different tasks that you can do. So we had those different categories. We have the similar direct message, summary, etc. But perhaps something you want the AI assistant to do isn't necessarily listed in our categories. In that case, you might choose to write a custom prompt. So we can come in here and again, as an example, I'm going to call this the custom prompt demo. And let's pop it into our custom prompt category. And again, let's use our local list. We have all of our different lists there that we can choose, but I'll choose our local list. And let's write something very unique for this particular prompt. So I've just typed that out there, analyze this website, and return to me a detailed color palette. So this might be something unique. If you're a designer, you want to know this information. And again, I'm going to pop my variable in here. So let's go up here and choose variables and website, analyze this website, and return to me a detailed color palette. And we can see that I have that set up here. Let's go and see the result of this particular search. So again, I'm going to come back to my list that's existing already. And I'm going to run my color prompt on my lead that I have here in the system. So let's come across to our custom category, clicking to generate, and there's our custom prompt demo right at the top. And now we have a color palette. Now again, our leads tool doesn't have this straight out of the box, but we've been able to create these amazingly customized results by simply setting this up in our AI assistant. So you've seen how we can create in all of our different categories, and our different types of lists have different categories that are standard. So if I look in my influencer, I've got different assistant prompts than if I look in my people section. Again, different prompts for our different categories of leads. However, the custom prompt is available everywhere. So if you want to create something specific for the AI to do, you can create that in the custom prompt wherever you want to place it. Now let's talk about the library as well. As you come across to the AI assistant, you can access the AI library in the top right-hand corner, where you'll find a pre-written list of prompts that perhaps will do amazing things for you that you hadn't previously considered. If you like what the prompt does, you can simply then choose to copy this prompt, or you can add it to your existing library. So for example, here we have a contextual email that's been written, and I might say, that looks great. I want to add that to my existing prompt library, and I can turn that on. So you'll see if it's available, that has lit up. If it hasn't been added yet, that is grayed out. So let's say my business coach analysis in my people search, I want to turn that on. Click the small icon there, and we can now see that that's available. So when we go to our people list, and I'll be able to see in my library, in my AI assistant now, in my library, is that business coach analysis, just as we turned on directly from the library. So our AI assistant gives you infinite flexibility and detail that you can create to run with the leads that you're finding. Everything that you need to do to drive sales is available and can be accessed using the AI assistant. You can also then use the prompts that you write in our agent creation, which we'll cover in another video. But all of your prompts available here to find similar competitors, suppliers, subject lines, email writers, and even those custom prompts can be used right inside of our AI agent builder. So if you can build a prompt using the AI assistant to do something amazing for you that's unique, you can then let the AI agent run that for you automatically. So accessing our AI assistant, you'll be able to see that in every list in the center of the screen with the available prompts that are here for you. Writing your own is easy. You can use ChatGPT or another tool to write those prompts for you, to just letting it know what you need to achieve. And remembering that those variables give you a great way to add in data from that customer. You can even add variables from previous prompts. So you'll notice that prompt demo that I did a few moments ago is now selectable as a variable. So let me show you what that means. So there's that prompt demo with the humorous information. I can now use whatever the AI comes up with from that to write my next thing. So I could run my color palette and then write a marketing email using that variable. Would look like this. Let me just show you. So I'm going to do something like this. Use the information from the color palette found here, and I'll drop that variable and write me an email to that client. So now I can drop the variable from my previous prompt into here and get it to take another step. Absolutely amazing. So our AI assistant gives you infinite flexibility, is available in all lists. You can access the library and create unlimited prompts, which you can then add to the AI agent to run unique and personalized research and writing and deep work with AI using the AI assistant.